Alrighty, guys, you want to win $1,000 next week at the Southwest Audio Fest? If you haven't already seen enough reasons to come to Southwest Audio Fest, the Music Room is going to be giving away $1,000 shopping spree. Very easy to win. Stay tuned to this video to learn how. Looking forward to seeing you guys down there. So you have a total room, you said you're gonna have?
No, so we're doing marketplace, but it's pretty unique in that we're doing something, we haven't been at a show with a presence since that was Rocky Mountain, the last year that it was prior to COVID at the Gaylord.
Oh, really? Okay, I went to that show, yeah.
Yep, we had a room there. It was kind of a mini suite. We had kind of two sections. But that was a real cool, that was early on in the days of TMR, earlier. And we had a real cool system there with Harbeth and Western Electric and vintage
Really?
Macintosh, and it was a cool little thing. Anyways, this one, what we're doing to kind of shake things up a little bit, and I think it'll be fun and exciting for people, is when you check in, there'll actually be a static display of a stereo that we're bringing down. And it's going to be kind of a contest, and it'll be sort of, do you know what this is worth? Come, take a guess and come by our booth, and, the winner, whoever guesses closest, or if someone gets it right on, maybe someone will, but that's $1,000 shopping spree at TMR. So,
Wow.
yeah. So we'll have it set up. We go ordered a backdrop, kind of a custom backdrop. It just kind of says like, think you know what this is worth? Take a guess and come by our booth. So we'll be in the marketplace. And I still haven't decided what the system's going to be. I've got a few things that I'm going to bring. It'll be kind of consist of like a streamer and a DAC and an integrated,
Okay.
maybe like a set of headphones, then some small floor standards or something. But that'll be kind of right where you check in, so everybody will see it. Come on by our booth, and we'll be hanging out there, me and one of our buyers. And we'll be
Okay.
doing live appraisals for people. So if you want to know
Oh,
what your
really?
gear is worth, yeah, come on by. We'll do an appraisal for you right there. So make a guess. We'll have some swag too, I think we ordered, some bags and some lanyards and all kinds of, tote bags and stuff. So come on by, we'll give you some stuff and just meet folks. So that's kind of the whole idea of it. So
Interesting. So on this contest, it's the closest without going over, because you could have two people the exact same amount off.
So we were actually debating how to do that. Do we want to do the Price is Right thing, like
Yeah,
close
yeah.
without going over, or I think that the number is not going to be like it's not going to be like, we'll just say like $5,800, right? I think that it's, as long as we kind of, if two people get it, I think we'll have to figure out what to do if that happens. But
Okay.
yeah, I think we're going to do probably closest without going over, but we'll see.
Yeah, it might
I
just be best to have that rule ahead of time so you don't even have to deal with the potential of, but then again, what if two people, then
get
you
the
have to
same
split,
guess.
you could split the shopping spree among, do you have to be present to win, or how do you do this?
Nope. So we're gonna take everyone's email down,
Okay.
right? When you come and guess, we'll take everyone's email down, and then at the end of the show, we'll announce it via our socials or something.
Okay.
Let that person know. They'll just get $1,000 coupon code and use it for whatever they want. New product, used product, whatever they want to use it for. We were thinking too, like, even if you want to use it as like an additional trade credit, like if you have something else, like add $1,000 to your trade credit, be kind of cool too. So kind of use it on both ends of our value prop. But what we're excited about is as we think about doing more and more shows, we will do a room and stuff. But I think this is going to be something that's going to be sort of always our deal. So
Okay.
maybe if we at Capitol have a room, in that room will be a stereo, and we'll do the same, like guess what it's worth and win. So, just kind of something that sort of represents who we are with the used side of the business, and then allows people to, sort of experience that and, just sort of see the value in a used product, but also kind of get a better idea of what gear that they have might be worth. So,
Right.
'cause-
Well, I encourage anybody just watching this that hasn't seen my video where we visited your facility. Several videos I have, shorts and long form, and even music clips in your listening room, because I think people may not think that you guys have a listening room for testing stuff. And
yeah,
no, this is serious business all around, soup to nuts. They cover it all. And actually, your reference room is better than many manufacturers I've seen in terms of being able to test in a reference environment. So yeah, and on top of that, you guys are one of the best to talk to. I know you guys aren't full-fledged salespeople. You can't spend all that time on the phone, but you've seen everything. You've seen just about everything, and I know you don't do a lot of hosting of people to your store like a normal brick and mortar, but yeah, you guys have seen everything. When you have a value on something, you've got a pretty good read on it. You get those 30 boxes a day. There's almost nothing you don't see. Even like a Rockport turntable, super rare. When I was there, I saw that,
yep.
and I'm sure daily that kind of thing is the norm. So definitely interested in this, how this is going to play out. So you're bringing down some gear to show it. So the booth is how. So give me the lay of the land of what the booth is kind of going to look like.
Oh, we'll have a big backdrop behind us. We'll have a table. Jerry and I will be
Okay.
hanging out. We might bring a few other little things. We haven't really decided yet what we're kind of going to do there, but I worked with the marketing guy and we got a big backdrop ordered and stuff. And so Jerry's one of our buyers. Anybody that's ever kind of asked for an appraisal may have worked with him before. He's going to come with me. Uh,
Okay.
we are bringing the van down. Maybe if some folks say, hey, I got, local folks that want to, just get, drop their gear off with me. If I got room in the van, I'll take it back to Colorado with me. So, um, you know,
Right.
I
Well,
got a big van that'll be not very full when I get there, and hopefully really full on my way back out of Texas. So we'll
I
see.
might be able to fill up that van for you. I'm thinking right off the cuff. This is literally off the cuff. Earlier today, I'm going to be taking delivery of the Potpourri, a sale model speaker
Yep.
that is the reference one that I've been waiting for. The problem is I don't have room for it. So what I'm thinking I might have to do is sell my Wisdom Audio Adrenaline M51s. I think they're M50, M51.
Yeah.
So maybe get an appraisal on that. I'll bring them up to Dallas. You can take them with you to Colorado, and you could sell them for me because um, phenomenal speakers. But I just don't have time to sell them myself. And like I've told people, if ever I do have to sell something, I'm going to go through you guys because you're going to test it out and make
Yep.
sure it's all working and get it to the people. Um, and so, yeah, I'm thinking that off the cuff. Maybe I might have to bring it if I got room.
Well,
You
hey,
know.
I don't know. You said you're leaving right from Dallas, but if I'm gonna go down to Houston. I'm gonna take a little
Oh,
trip
you
around
are?
the
Okay.
state. Gonna go to Austin and go down to Houston, and
Oh,
so
if
I'm
you're
gonna
bringing
get
your
some
van down to
dealers.
Houston, then just come by. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Pick them up
No,
and you'll fill. Those are big speakers. They'll fill up the van pretty fast. So,
it's a big van. It's a long wheelbase, high roof. So we got a lift on it too. So
okay. All right.
yep.
So there we go.
Mhm.
That might be a strong possibility. So we could talk about that in more details. But yeah, this is great. And now, what I was trying to also kind of get at, are you doing anything that you guys? I know you represent some brands. You kind of are a dealer. Are you bringing any of those to the booth at all?
I might bring like some Via Blue samples and some other stuff
Okay.
like that. Because I know that Anka isn't going to be there at this show. So I'm sure Mike will have the cables though in his
Yeah,
room.
we're gonna have a lot in his room. I'm kind of he's a dealer as well. We're
Yep.
all dealers, but I mean, it's like it's such a great company to support.
Yep.
Everybody's a family in that respect. But yeah, that's cool. So that would be good to have in the marketplace.
Yeah, I mean, we might, right now we just launched the cable trade up program.
Okay.
So we might bring some cables, just there to kind of people see fit and finish and different brands. And maybe I'll bring like a little headphone setup or something cool.
Okay.
We haven't, I kind of have a section of the warehouse that I've sort of like been taking stuff and setting there. So
Okay.
just pulling it out of stock and on, on, uh, on Monday, Tuesday next week, I'm gonna kind of narrow it down, whittle it down to like the final things, then figure out what we'll end up bringing. So, But the cable trade program, that'll be something for folks, especially getting appraisals on. We're giving people down. We just launched it last week. Um, at least 65% of their cables original retail if they trade up to a cable that's twice as much as the cable that they're trading in. So if you
That's
had a
actually pretty
10-year-old
good.
cable, yeah, if you had a 10-year-old cable that retailed for 1,000, we'll give you at least 650 if you buy a cable that's 2,000. And in reality, that 10-year-old $1,000 cable is probably only worth
Nothing.
yeah,
Yeah,
a
hardly
few hundred
anything.
bucks. So
Because even if it was a great cable back then, over time, cables and connectors,
yep,
deteriorate. It's something
yep,
that does actually depreciate, and may not be as good as it was at day one. So
yep,
you giving that much value for an old cable, and even if you sell a new cable at day one, it depreciates pretty fast, even more
correct.
than a car. So that's a exceptional deal. And people do like to trade cables because it's fun. People
Of
can
course.
debate whether it makes a big difference, but hey, if people are having fun doing it, then do it. People
Yep.
like their toys and they like to play with it. This is a great way to you're limiting your loss to
Yes.
what it is at going in, and then you could trade in all you want. That's a pretty cool program. So yeah, if you bring some of those, I'm sure people will take you up on that, because one thing people love to do is play with the cables in this
I
house.
know. I'm no different. So actually just on the other side of my computer I'm staring at on a box is like 6 different power cables. So you know.
And that's why the Via Blues have been really popular with a lot of because they look so beautiful. So
Yep.
they fit the jewelry aspect is there in spades, but they're also super durable, which a lot of those beautiful ones are not durable. You
Correct.
step on them, you can easily break them. They're not, especially power cords. You don't want that durability, and reliability should be the highest priority. Um, so they fit those two metrics, and then the performance as well, as you've been able to test out within your systems. So yeah, that's a winner as well. But yeah, that sounds like a really cool program. Can't wait to promote that as well, and hopefully people will take you up on that.
Yeah, if people want to come by and say, hey, I got this and I got that, what's it worth? And we can, kind of we'll tell you right there as quickly as we can do it instead of waiting a day or two.
That's
Uh
right. Yeah, usually you have to wait that long. Whenever I have sent you something, it's pretty quick. You get back.
Yeah. Sometimes the box fills up. There's only really kind of 3 full-time appraisers. So,
Okay.
there's 4 now actually, but if we get, 200 submissions over a weekend or something, it takes them a little bit to go through it. So, um, but yeah, Jerry and I'll be there. I'll kind of be running around, but I'll be at the booth quite a bit. We're just looking forward to meet people. That's what's so great is meeting all the folks that come by and say, "Oh, I got this from you guys," and "Oh, I sent you this," or "Oh, you bought this for me." It's just nice meeting people and getting out kind of with the audiophile public, and
Right.
chatting with all the end users. That's what makes these trade shows so cool. Is that it's end users. It's called a trade show, but it's far from trade. When I was in the commercial audio industry, you'd go to like NAMM and these shows, and that's all industry people,
Right.
right? And so
This
it's
is
the
end users. Yeah.
hmm which I think is just, I don't know, it's just another cool part of the sort of the audiophile sort of world, if you will, is that you get to kind of communicate with the people that sort of make it all go around, and they're just as passionate about it as you and I are. So
Yeah, I think the main thing is that I've always said these shows are about not just, in fact, the limited value of the performance. If you don't get the sweet spot, if you don't have the volume control, it's not your song, you're going to have limited in these hotel rooms value for the sound. But you
mhm.
get to know the people behind the company, and then you get to ask questions, and then your intuition takes hold from there. Even if you're new, you can kind of tell who resonates with you and who doesn't. But it's particularly important in this respect because you're dealing in the world of used gear primarily, and that's a minefield out there. There's a lot of people that aren't doing what they should. They are trying to pass off stuff that isn't working properly or totally vetted and tested. You guys provide that level, and then you get to get that intuition and have these people, feel that one-to-one connection that these are the right people to either give your stuff to sell or buy from which is a big minefield when you're buying from XYZ username on eBay or AudioGone or wherever, and you just don't know, and it's a nerve-wracking experience. Here, you're right out in front of people, meeting them. So people, things can always go wrong in any business. Nobody's perfect. But here you get a chance to know, hey, if something does go wrong, you're dealing with reputable people, the people that you would trust with your purchasing. So, yeah, I think this is a great opportunity for you to get in front of people and get to see what I got to see firsthand. And then they watch my videos to see behind the scenes, get a true appreciation for your operation. And so, yeah, this is great. And so this is the only show you're planning on attending this year? Or?
No, I wouldn't say the only. I think we'll probably try and go to. I mean, it's a little too late for Expone, obviously, and we sort of planned this pretty late with Gary and Lou. So we only connected with them maybe a couple months ago and decided to do this. So this is kind of our first trial run, but I would love to do it at Capitol too. I
Okay.
really would.
But yeah, this is your one chance until maybe late in the year to meet.
Yep.
So definitely try to come out to Southwest Audio Fest. It's just a little over a week away, and come say hi to Nick. I'll be there, of course, and yeah, potentially win $1,000 shopping spree. That's about as good a gift as you could give. That's really generous. So yeah.
Yeah, we're excited, and someone's gonna win it, and they're gonna be there. Maybe they'll spend all 1,000, maybe they'll want to spend 5,000. Who knows? But
Okay.
we're excited, and I'm excited to see you again too. You'll have
Yeah.
Bach out there. I can
The
hear
Bach,
him.
yeah, I know you got a chance to. I don't think we filmed anything when you were in the room, but in any case, yeah, I'll have that desktop system and then the Bach running with Potpourri, so you'll get a chance to see that, and your colleague can come and listen too. And yeah, I guess we need to talk about this Wisdom audio thing. I'm just thinking off the cuff. So
Call me.
maybe
Yeah.
start looking up the Wisdom Audio Adrenaline M50, what the Blue Book value is on that. That would actually be a good one to try to guess because that's an old speaker, but still a good one. But it's dated back 20 plus years. There's not that many out there,
Yep.
period. So the market value is probably very tough for an appraiser. That's actually a good test for one of your appraisers, see who could come up with a value on that, because I really don't know. But I can tell you what I paid for it and all the issues I had. It's actually a funny story about how I got them in the first place. I think I told it on the channel maybe 4 or 5 years ago, but nothing recent. So I'll tell you that whole story, and maybe we'll have something else to debut or show you guys at the show or in the near future on their website. So
No, that'd be
anyway,
cool. Yeah. Are you'll be there then starting Friday all weekend? Yeah.
yeah, I think I'm coming in Thursday. I'm going to help Mike Sweck set up his room. The Potpourri sale model is actually coming to me. The
Okay.
thought originally was I was going to hook them up and test them first and then go to Dallas. The timeline is just not going to give me enough time to set them up and then package a backup and then out. So we're literally, Mike Sweck's taking a big risk here, but it's going to be the first time taking them out of the crates will be Dallas and playing them. But Potpourri says we should have no issues, judging by, as long as nothing happened in shipping that, as you well know, you have to package
No.
these things nowadays bulletproof. Like, it's unbelievable how things can get dislodged in there. I still marvel how that one Coda amp that y'all showed me when I did my tour, the transformer bolted to the chassis, moved enough to mess up the LED screen. I mean, that's just unbelievable, the force that had to be there for that to happen.
What's wild is I brought out for Mike a P5, the first one that we had shipped.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know what happened to it, but I brought another one out in a flight case. I brought it on the plane with me.
Mm-hmm.
Big, nice, heavy duty SKB flight case, tons of packaging in it. And I didn't want to fly it back home with me. So I shipped it home from
Tampa.
from Tampa. This was, a rock solid flight case designed for the rigors of the road. And I shipped that home. And even that, when it got back, the big heavy transformer in there had come loose, and it had kind of messed up the bottom of the chassis. So, even like me, I should know what I'm doing, right? When it came to shipping this stuff. So, it's just sometimes things happen, but you never really know. So But it came back and we were able to thankfully fix it. It didn't come, apart so that it damaged anything in the unit, but still, um, it just goes to show you, like, even if you take all the precautions, like I thought that thing was packaged as well as it could be. There's always, some risk in shipping this stuff, but if you buy it from a place like us and something, God forbid, does happen, we're here to back you up.
That's a
And
big
take care of
protection
you.
nowadays because and then you pack it really well with your special packing, even if you don't
Yep.
even have in fact, yours is probably better than the original packing in many cases. Um,
It almost always is.
I
Yep.
know. So
Mhm.
at best, sometimes you get these popcorn kernels in a very light level of stuff. No, this is much better what you guys do. But it brings up a point that happened in Tampa in my room. The amp that was supposed to do my desktop system was failed on arrival, and they had to FedEx me one because it was one that I can't just go to a vendor and replace. It was a 4-channel special amp DAC, all included. And so we sent it to get an autopsy of what actually happened. And sure enough, shipping damage, some force was so great that underneath one wire, it just come out of, like, it's almost like you have to have locking connectors and silicone and solder, like I've
Yep.
seen solder joints actually broken in shipping. It's just there's almost no way to protect from some of the forces that are out there. So that's another benefit of that protection of buying from you guys. Things that are totally out of your control and the buyer's control still can happen nowadays. And
Totally.
so, yeah, I don't envy you for having to deal with that nowadays at all.
We have we pretty well with it actually. I think, incoming damage is, single digit percentage below 5%.
That's
We've
great.
gotten it. We got a full-time guy. His name's Andy. There's actually a couple guys, but all he does is help people get their stuff to us safely. That's his entire full-time job. So that actually made a huge difference, just taking the time with each customer to like check in with them and make sure everything's going to be packaged correctly. So if people have questions, we can just refer them to Andy. He's great. So,
Awesome. Yeah.
yep.
Another reason, guys, you got to come out to Southwest Audiophile and meet Nick and definitely take advantage of this potential winning $1,000 shopping spree, but also see the cool gear that they not only have used, but also they represent things like Via Blue, and then all the other things that you'll be showcasing and just having fun with the guys. These are great guys to hang out with, talk shop, tons of experience, just, what he sees, what kind of advice he can give you guys is all worthwhile. So, yeah, definitely looking forward to it. Glad we could do this prior to the show, and I'll try to get this video out as soon as possible for you. And then looking forward to next week.
Cool. Yeah, we'll see everybody out there. See you there. And travel safely up there. We'll see you soon.
Okay.